Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Baking with Becca. Did you know that August 4th, today, is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day? Well, you're in luck because I have a great chocolate chip cookie recipe for you. Let's get started. Here's the list of ingredients you'll need to make this chocolate chip cookie recipe. Don't worry about writing them all down because they'll be posted along with the video. To begin this recipe, we'll start by combining our dry ingredients. To a large mixing bowl, add 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a half teaspoon of salt, and stir together to combine. Set that aside until we need it later. Next up is our wet ingredients. We'll start with 1 cup of partially melted butter, 3/4 cup granulated sugar, 3/4 cup packed brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Cream that on high speed with a mixer until it's light and fluffy and creamy, as the name implies. To ensure an evenly mixed dough, you'll want to scrape down the sides of your bowl in between each mix. Now we'll crack in 2 large eggs, one at a time, making sure to beat well after each egg you add. After you've added your last egg, scrape down the sides of the bowl and mix one more time before we add our dry ingredients. Now that we're ready to add our dry ingredients, we'll do it just in 2 parts. Add the first half of the dry ingredients to your bowl, and without turning the mixer on, just kind of zhuzh it around a little bit to avoid any flour puffing up at you. Then go ahead and turn your mixer on and mix until mostly combined. Then we'll add in our second half of the dry ingredients, and mix again until fully combined. When it's all said and done, it should look soft and, well, doughy, like this. And now we're ready to add our chocolate. Use 2 cups of whatever flavor you'd like. I chose dark chocolate. Go ahead and fold them in with a spatula so that they're evenly distributed amongst the batter. I like to chill my cookie dough for 15 minutes in the refrigerator before I bake them. This helps prevent spreading on the cookie sheet so that you get even-sized cookies. While our dough is chilling, preheat your oven to 375 degrees. After your dough is chilled, it's time to scoop out our cookies. I myself like large cookies, so I used a big scoop for this, but you can always do a smaller one. If you're baking large cookies, you'll bake them for 18 to 20 minutes or until golden brown. If you're doing smaller cookies, it'll be 9 to 12 minutes or so. When your cookies are done baking, let them cool on the pan for just a minute, then slide them onto a wire cooling rack to finish cooling off. Whether you like your chocolate chip cookies gooey, chewy, or crispy, or maybe a bit of all 3, National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day is celebrated on August 4th. Why is that, you ask? Well, in 1938, a woman named Ruth Graves Wakefield had a happy kitchen accident that resulted in the creation of the chocolate chip cookie. It just so happens that the place she made the first ever chocolate chip cookie was called the Toll House Inn. Does that ring any bells? Ruth's delectable creation got the attention of Nestle and thus formed a lasting brand partnership that is well known among bakers today as Nestle Toll House. Seeing as the inventor hailed from the state of Massachusetts, they were happy to recognize the chocolate chip cookie as their official state cookie. To this day, the chocolate chip cookie is America's most popular cookie, and who can blame us? They're delicious. Our chocolate chip cookies are all done now, and I have them stacked up here. I always like to eat one off the tray while they're still warm and gooey straight out of the oven, so there are less here than there should be, but that's fine. I like this recipe in particular because the edges get nice and crispy. Oh, so good. But the middle stays nice and gooey. You see that melted chocolate? Yum. I love eating these just with a little bit of milk. Dunk them on in. It's like childhood right there. Chocolate chip cookies are classic, so go home and bake some. Enjoy it with the family. You can do it with the kids. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy.